Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back. Um, I wanted actually to dedicate this video about my opinion about cheating in chess, especially cheating online. I'm doing this since one of my last videos got a lot of attention, much more than I was expecting. Many people watched the video under the name um, cheater. I don't remember. I think it's called something like a cheater was caught, and I was showing some game where I just was playing. I was playing a game of classical or rapid chess of about 10 or 15 minutes. I lost the game, um, and I was very much suspicious of my opponent cheating in this game using a chess engine, and I reported him after checking some of his games, and he got banned by Lichess. So many people got very angry things to say about this video in the comments. So I wanted to, rather than giving a specific answer to all of the questions, is just to basically talk about I think why I think I do have the right to be suspicious about people cheating on the internet, and basically why I reported this guy and why he was banned eventually, and what even made me suspicious on first place. So in order not to make you guys bored, I will, while talking, I will try to play some quick games. Let's play, yeah, it's a 3+2. Um, so, um, so first of all, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I will put a link in the video in the description to the other video where I'm playing that game. So what happened is basically that he played the opening very strangely. I wouldn't say strangely, not badly, but he played like a normal person, not very well, but I would say suitable for his rating level on Lichess, which was about, I think, 2200. It was. I would even say that I would expect such a player to play even better than what he did. Now, why am I so suspicious about cheaters in general? So many people just were saying, no, he did not cheat. You're just being a sore loser and so on. Now, I think people got the idea wrong. So I'm not reporting every person I am losing a game against, which is lower rated than me. Of course not. Many times I played games where I lost against lower rated players, and this is okay. This happens, of course. Nothing is wrong with this. But he made certain moves, and I really urge you to watch the video. And it's not about the fact that these were good moves. Of course, an average player or an amateur player can make such good moves. Of course, it's possible in theory. I'm not saying not, but this in itself was not the fact that made me suspicious. What made me suspicious that he made very strong moves, which are I would say extremely not intuitive for a chess player. And I don't care who this chess player is. It might be Garry Kasparov or Magnus Carlsen or Sergei Karyakin. I don't care who it is. These players might be able to make such moves, but even if they are grandmasters, they would not make these moves in 1 or 2 seconds or a couple of seconds, like it was in that video. This is just impossible. These were very concrete moves with a very, I would say, very delicate kind of ideas that need to be calculated even by very strong players. So one of the comments said something like, well, how do you know this guy cheated? Maybe he was saying something like, maybe Vladimir Kramnik and Garry Kasparov and Magnus Carlsen all made an account together and they just played a game on Lichess for fun, and maybe they just beat you because they were stronger than you, and you should not be kind of such a sore loser. You just played badly. Now, first of all, I probably played badly this game, even though I must say that once I was suspicious about him playing with the engine, it kind of immediately I dropped my let's say I immediately was less confident in myself. I felt like it doesn't matter what I will do, I will lose eventually because it's an engine. So when, at least for me, when I suspect about somebody playing with the engine, I kind of I'm losing motivation. But also, yeah, in general, it was not my best game ever, admittedly. But my point was that even, let's take the absurd scenario that Kasparov and Kramnik and let's say the top 10 players in the world create an account together and played a game of Blitz against me on Lichess. They said, yeah, we have to beat this Asaf Givon guy. He has to be taken down. Let's suppose all of this happened. Even these 10 players wouldn't take 5 seconds to play, for example, that move A4, which my opponent played in the other game. And some more very delicate moves which should have been calculated, and a strong player would never play them so quickly. The other thing which raised my suspicion is that I've checked the game afterwards, and he just, at one point in the game, just let's say starting from a certain move, just started playing all of the strongest moves by the engine. And this is because some people in the comments said things like, yeah, I didn't feel like he was playing so strangely or so good, you just played worse and lost. But the thing is, he started using the engine, I think, that's my opinion. Somebody said he just played with the engine, that he played with a relatively weak engine, which is still good enough to beat the human chess players like me. But my opinion, that he just maybe started using the engine from a certain point, because starting from a certain point, he started to play perfect moves very quickly, and even he, at some point, and this is maybe something that is the most suspicious, even for players who think that he was not cheating. At some point, he was writing to me in the comments in the chat. He was writing something like, "Oh, I can't believe a titled player would make such a mistake, which is let's say typical for a 1600 player," something like that. I think I even said it at the video. I mean, who said such things? I mean, this is such a stupid thing to say, and the only explanation he's saying such a thing is because he's seeing computer evaluations and he understands that he's going to win. And I think the mistakes that I've done are not nearly as let's say this is not like those mistakes that after 1 second you say, yeah, this is a very obvious mistake. It was just a bit of a miscalculation or a bit of a misjudgment by me, but at the end quite natural moves. So I would say these were understandable kind of mistakes. So the other thing is people said things like some people said that he didn't play so well. And this is something I wanted to stress, that cheaters today got very much sophisticated, I must say, because they know that if they will just play all of the moves by the engine, it will raise suspicion. So they became much more sophisticated in their methods. Some of them only take the second or the third move by the engine. Some of them just play occasionally the engine move. Um, so th- so basically, even if it seems to you like he played relatively normal, it might be still be cheating. Um, Now, the next thing that I wanted to discuss is that, um, and this was something, maybe one of the things that really made me laugh. One guy commented something like about how titled or strong players report lower rated players that beat them too easily, and that I should be ashamed of myself reporting him, and so on, and that I'm ruining um, online games because I report people and unjust, like that it's not fair. And it's very funny because I was always thinking that the people who cheat are the one who ruin online chess, or chess in general, but apparently I'm the one who is ruining online chess. So first of all, I really wanted to apologize for the whole chess community for doing this. I will make it up to you, really. But being serious for one moment, um, I do have the tendency to be very suspicious of players, but I'm not reporting every guy who beats me. I am checking if he cheated in other games as well. I am doing some research, and even if I'm, let's say, 50% sure that he was cheating, I will still probably report him. Why? Because the fact that I'm reporting him does not necessarily mean that he will be banned. The fact that I'm reporting him only means that the leeches, or some other chess side system is going to try and detect and decide whether he cheated or not. This is, at the end of the day, not up to me. I'm just reporting him, and I might be wrong, of course. So I had one or two instances when I reported players and nothing happened. Leeches just said no, these were legitimate players. But I do have the right to report them. And Leeches is actually, in my opinion, is doing a very good job comparing to other chess sites of kind of banning those players who are cheating. So yeah, I really don't think there is something wrong with being suspicious. The reason I'm suspicious is because I was being cheated against so many times, especially, by the way, on chess.com. This is one of the reasons I almost altogether stopped playing on that chess site, even though it's the most popular one. And I'm actually very much happy in this perspective on the Leeches server, which is when a player is cheating, is kind of very quickly being dealt with. So I'm only suspicious because I was kind of burned so many times. It's not because I would be very happy to realize that I was wrong and there were no cheating, because at the end of the day, we play chess for fun, and some of us also do it professionally. like me or some other chess players on YouTube or some other places. And when people start cheating, it's it really makes us very angry, because to just see players who can be even rated maybe 1200, or I don't know, relatively weak players who just turned on the engine and found out all of the strongest move without doing anything. This is really frustrating. Some comments also said things like you should have made a rematch against him before deciding whether he was cheater or not. So the answer is no. I was very much suspicious of him, and why would I want to play against a player who I am almost certain that he is a cheater? It's extremely frustrating to play against an engine, or at least against a guy who uses, even if he only uses the second or the third move by the engine. It's extremely difficult, because he will always be very much alerted in terms of tactics. He will always make moves which makes no sense to a human. This is very, very difficult experience. I had no motivation to play one more game against him. And my final point is, how do I distinguish between a cheater or just a guy who beat me that just played better or something? Well, this is something that many people don't realize. The way engine thinks and make moves is completely different from the way humans think and make moves. Just altogether different. And many times, when I'm playing against somebody, let's say even when I played against extremely strong players online, against 2700, and they played good, very high level chess, but they play human moves. Their moves made sense to me. I played a lot of, probably around, I don't know, maybe hundreds of thousands chess games in my life, if you include online chess games and over-the-board chess games and so on. I played a lot of chess games in my life, and I really know very well the way human chess players think, and what kind of moves make sense to a human chess player, and what moves don't make sense for a human chess player. And when I see a guy constantly making moves which makes no sense to me, and I think I do have the right to say that I'm enough of a strong player to decide which moves kind of make sense for a human, and which moves don't make sense. And I think it's fair for me to be suspicious. And of course, I might be wrong sometimes, but the fact is, and this is a fact, that this guy was banned by Lichess. So if you search his name right now, you will probably not find it, because he was banned by the way, very quickly, maybe after maybe 10 minutes or something after I reported him. So I really suggest for all the people who made such comments on the video to do their research, and to kind of be a bit more understandable on my side. And even if I sometimes am wrong about my assumptions of the opponent being a cheater, those suspicions that I have only occur because I had so many instances where this happens. It's not just random kind of random rambling or something. I'm doing it. I'm even feeling like I'm doing the chess community a small favor when I'm kind of seeing such a cheater playing and getting him banned. And believe me, those chess sites, Lichess, they don't ban everyone who gets reported. They make their own analysis. If this chess player was banned, there is probably a good reason for it. If you disagree, you can contact the Lichess kind of reporting system. I don't know why. It is not up to me to decide. I only reported him. They decided I was right. So if you have kind of any doubts, please contact Leeches. So these were my thoughts and my opinion about this instance specifically, and cheating online in general. So please, I want you to continue enjoying the content on my channel. At the end of the day, I didn't want this video to become such a field of a kind of a lot of people, of a battlefield. Yeah, it did cheat, it didn't cheat. I just wanted to upload a video with comments for you guys to learn something about your chess. This this doesn't has to be. I didn't intend it to be so kind of so angry and kind of unpleasant to read. Really, some comments made me think like, well, if these your thoughts about me, I mean, you don't need to watch my videos. Just go watch somebody else. So anyways, I really do want to thank all of those people who do liked the video and other contents that I upload. You guys really give me a lot of motivation to keep the good work and uploading more videos. And I want to thank really each one of you. And hopefully I will see you in the next videos. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.